Welcome back once again. So this is just like our last video, but today let us discuss 5 things which I really hate with my Ninja 300. So speaking of things which I don't like with my Ninja 300, obviously the first thing all of you might be knowing is the awfully low ground clearance of the Ninja 300. So this 300 has just 135 millimeters of ground clearance, with which it is very difficult to ride on the speed breakers on our Indian roads. So in big speed breakers, I have to take my motorcycle in a crossed position to avoid the underbelly from scraping the speed breaker. And moreover, the risk involved is the engine oil drain nut is placed in such a position that the drain net will come in contact with the speed breaker whenever the bottom of the 300 scrapes. So it is a very risky thing to scrape your motorcycle on speed breakers. So it is always better to be careful with Ninja 300 and speed breakers. Of course, one good thing is Kawasaki has now increased the ground clearance to 145 millimeters. The next thing which I don't love with my Ninja 300 is the comfort. Yes, I have to say the comfort of the Ninja 300 is not up to the expected levels. Actually, the seating position is pretty good. You are on a almost upright seating position. There is not a lot of strain on your hands and your ankle, but the comfort of the seat is not good. It is very difficult to ride for more than 100 or 150 kilometers, and you will start to get saddle sore once you ride for 200 or 300 kilometers in a stretch with the motorcycle. And also the pillion comfort is even more bad, that you cannot have a pillion and ride for more than 50 or 60 kilometers. The pillion seats are very small, and the grab rails are not good, and it is very difficult for a pillion too with a Ninja 300. The next thing which I hate with my 300 is the cost of parts. That is, I have to say the Ninja 300 is very reliable, and there is no frequent replacement of any parts of the Ninja 300. But again, if there is a need for any replacement, I can bet you it will put a hole in your pocket. The chain and sprocket set of the Ninja 300 costs anywhere around 12 to 15,000. Even the aftermarket ones cost around 12,000, and the OEM chain and sprocket set costs around 17,000 rupees. But the chain and sprocket set of the Ninja 300 will last for around 30,000 kilometers. So even though the parts are pretty costly, they last for quite some time. But the costly parts are one thing which I hate with my 300. Another thing which I hate with my 300 is the original headlights. The 300 does not come with projector headlamps, and is having normal halogen bulbs, which are not particularly very good. So what I did is, now I have replaced my bulbs to Philips bulbs, and now the night vision is somewhat better. But the main problem is this 300 is not an Indian version 300, and the 300 has two headlamps at the front, and whenever you switch on the motorcycle, the right hand side lamps just gets switched on, and it acts as a DRL. And whenever you put your high beam, the left hand side headlight comes on, and it should have been the other way around in India, because in India we drive on the left hand side of the road, and now there is no way to change this also. And finally, It is the lack of service center for the Ninja 300. A big brand like Kawasaki has got just 2 service centers in a state as big as Tamil Nadu in India. So for me, if I have to take it to the authorized service center to service my motorcycle, I have to travel either 430 kilometers one way to Coimbatore or 630 kilometers one way to all the way to Chennai to service my Ninja 300. But luckily for my friend who is just residing 100 kilometers away from my home, services almost all super bikes, and I am lucky enough to service my motorcycle there. But imagine if you don't have any such contacts and you are much far away from the authorized service center, it will be a nightmare for you with your Ninja 300, because motorcycles like this cannot be serviced just like that anywhere. Even changing the oil requires a lot of knowledge and expertise for the Ninja 300. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. See you all once again in another video.